You know what? I'm off today, so I'm running some errands. Now, when I got up this morning, or just a little while ago, and I started my day, I was saying, you know what? It's okay. I'm just gonna go run some errands. But now I'm looking and I'm like, damn, I look a little rough. I look a little rough, and I don't like looking rough. I'm a woman. I always like to look soft. I always feel beautiful, so that's not the thing. It's just I look a little rough. Like I look like I'm going to go do some running around. I can't stand that look. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to share something with y'all. I know I share a lot. It's a part of the process, all right? Okay. So y'all gonna come with me while I'm on my way to do some errands. Normally I like to blast my music real loud. Make an entrance. Make an exit. But I've been thinking, and we think a lot, and I'm an adult that tends to overthink. But I've been thinking, right? And I've been thinking that maybe I got in my own way. Now, I'm not gonna blame myself. Partial responsibility. Hold on, let me see something. I know I have to take partial responsibility. That's just the way it goes. It's called accountability. So I know I have to take that for the breakup. But maybe I got in my own way. And here's the thing, right? That I was asking myself in self-development and self-analyzing, right? I said to myself, honey, who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Listen. Let me get in my true element, because I know that I'm recording and I'm driving at the same time. So I'm just trying to be cautious, and then I'm also trying to be cautious of what I'm saying. So let me just say it and get it out the way. I'm very blunt and I'm not a professional, so this is a disclaimer. I'm not a fucking professional, so don't be trying to hold me to no certain standards or whatever standards you got that I should talk a certain way or be a certain way. I gotta be my motherfucking self, okay? But I was saying to myself, who the fuck do you think you are? And this is what I mean by getting in my own way. Sometimes we want what we want so bad that we don't realize that we're getting in our own way. We just feel like whatever it is that we want is what's best for us, right? So at the time that I'm waiting, I'm not realizing that I was waiting, but I was getting in my own way. In this life, we have experience. Life is experiences. It's what molds us. It's what shapes us. It teaches us things. We take what we need to get to the next level, and then we discard the rest. If you don't learn the lesson, you're going to repeat it, right? Okay. So we are these experiences that we live, right? And who the fuck am I to wait 13 years for a nigga and think that he's supposed to come back to me and be a part of my experience? Maybe the universe didn't have it set up that way. Maybe the only experience that I was supposed to have with him is back then. We love people so much. We dedicate ourselves to them. We dedicate a portion of our life to them. And we're saying to them, wherever I go, because I'm going up, I'm going to reach my hand back and I'm going to take you with me. Who the fuck do you think you are to make that determination? You don't have the power to determine what goes on in somebody else's life. You don't have the power to determine their experience, because the universe is working that shit out with them. Whatever experiences, Whatever experiences that they're supposed to go through to mold them and shape them into who they are, a better human, for whatever. It could be so that you can be with them. It could be, but that's not always necessarily the case. See, I wanted my family together. That's not a bad thing. I don't take fault in that. But at some point, we probably will be together. Maybe not the way that I wanted it. Maybe it's just the way that the universe has it set up. When you're on a spiritual journey, you have to decipher the spiritual part from the human experience. Of course, as a black woman, I want my kingdom to be completed. And the kingdom is the man, woman, and child. The Holy Trinity. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want. But this experience is teaching me that man, woman, and child doesn't necessarily have to be their father. It can be a man that is already been worked on. A man that's been doing the work. A man that knows his place within the household. Maybe that's who the universe has awaiting us. It may not necessarily be who you want to be with, because maybe they still got some work to do. They got some karma to fucking work out. They got some karmic debt they got to get fucking rid of. They got to work on themselves. They got to do the shadow work. All of the shit they need to work on themselves, which is why sometimes they can't be with us. It doesn't matter if we love them. They can't be with us because they haven't done the universal work to get where they need to be in order to be with us. In their absence, we've been evolving into this whole person. We've been putting all of this work in, and now we're trying to reach our hand back because we think we could heal them. It's just a transformation from the old us to the new us. We're trying to combine the two. We can't. What's been getting us to this point so far ain't going to necessarily work for the future. I'm saying that to say, oh, you know, my man, I'm going to be there for him. And, you know, this is just what women do. I'm going to be there for him no matter what. I'm going to be up and hold him down. Right, sis. So we pouring into these people. Right, perfect. We are pouring into these people. We getting nothing out of it. We are being exhausted. We're being hurt. We exhausting all of our fucking resources. Meanwhile, this is a part of the karma we kind of set up for ourselves, because this is not who the fuck we even supposed to be with. This ain't the person that the universe has us to be with. This is who we want to be with, and in who we trying to turn this person into something we can. We trying to heal them. We trying to do all of this shit that's not even in our scope to do. We putting in this motherfucking work to be with this person, and the universe is like, you know what? Okay, I'm tired of fighting your ass. This what you want? I'm gonna give you what you want so you can see for yourself that I have better for you. But you gotta want it. You putting in the work, but you can't progress but so past a certain point, because you're stagnating yourself. You're getting in your own way, baby. And so I am making my peace with that, and I'm going to get out of my own way so that I can remain open for who the universe has for me. And I honestly believe that whoever the universe has for me is for me. See, that's another thing about universal law. What's for you is for you, baby. The only thing we really do, like I said, we get in our own way, and we may delay it. But we're going to eventually get it, because it's already for us. Nobody can't take it from us. Nobody can't, and nobody else can't get in our own way. No, you know, nobody, no. It's us. So I had to release him wholeheartedly, because whatever work he got to do, baby, he got to do it on his own. Not only could I not heal him, I don't even want to anymore. I had to reach this point, but I don't even want to anymore. I don't want to heal nobody else shit. I don't want to be caught up in nobody else motherfucking karma. I don't want that for me. Because I love me, and I've been doing so much work to try to be right and righteous. I've been putting in so much work to be a higher evolution of my own authentic self, that I don't want to be with nobody that's going to hold me back from that. I don't. I can love him from over there, and that's what I've been teaching myself. It's okay to love him still, because I've been with the nigga forever and a day. We've been through a lot of shit. I love him. I can love him from over there. I don't have to love him up in here. I don't have to pull him into my space, in particularly when they don't want to be in your space. They don't want to evolve as you evolve. They stagnant. They stuck. He got to stay the fuck over there with that shit. Because I'm not built to stay stagnated and stuff. I didn't put in all of this work to stay in the same fucking place. So let him do what he needs to do for himself over there. And guess what? Guess what? I was very bitter at first about his relationship with Boogie, particularly. I was, I felt the way. I felt that he should have been doing better. But you know what, baby? He can't do but so much. Because the type of person that he is, I don't want Boogie to be that person. People that's in your circle, in your immediate circle, y'all tend to kind of rub off on each other a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You still hold on to your individuality, but it's all a process. Sometimes we learn things from each other. So we hold on, and we kind of, you learn things. You learn things from each other. So we kind of rub off on each other a little bit in learning through this process. All right, fine. But this shit about him, I don't want to bias. I don't. You already the father. It's some shit he got to deal with genetically. You understand me? So I don't, other shit outside it, I don't want Boogie to grow up thinking that some shit is all right. I don't want him, the toxic part of Mr. Jeter, I don't want that shit rubbing off on Boogie. I don't want him to see it up close and personal and feel like, you know what, because this is my father and I seen him do certain shit, it must be all right. So at some point, when I reach a certain point in my life, I can be that way too. I don't want him to fucking do that. So if removing himself was a part of the greater plan for the universe, for the safety, for the security, for the embetterment of me and my children, I'm all right with that. Word bond, I'm all right with that. I'm no longer upset that he not having a better relationship with Boogie. I'm not even upset at that no more. Because I want Boogie to be a better person. And I don't ever want him to settle with being okay with the lower version of himself. I don't ever want him to use his father as an example to say, you know what, I could vibe in low energy. I know how to handle and work myself in toxicity. I don't want that shit for my son. I don't. So let him stay the fuck over there. And maybe, and possibly, I don't know, I'm not a fortune teller. Maybe in the future, after he get himself together, he'll be able to develop a better rapport with his son. And maybe, he could show my son the things that men do. Right now, I feel like he can't show my son anything about being a man. He can't. That's just how I feel. Being a man is more than just walking around with a dick. So you can't show my son how to be a man. You can't, at this point, you can't even show my son what men do. And I'm all right with that. I'm all right with my son having the role models that he have as men. And that's my oldest son, Ty, and my uncle, and any positive males who would just stop in and say what's up to him, or certain people that he may look up to in his own right because he like the way that they operate. Of course, they got to check in with mine, but that's another story. But you can't show my son anything about being a man. And you don't have to be in our life with your toxic shit for me to have the Holy Trinity. Right now, I'm balancing my masculine and feminine energies. I used to say to myself, when I recognized that I had masculine energies, I used to hate it because I never liked, or never understood how they could occupy the same space. I'm a woman. I want everything about me to be a woman, a woman, a woman. But in reality, baby, we all have those energies. We all have... Every last one of us has feminine and masculine energies. We all do. So maybe the bitch in him ain't getting along with the bitch in me. And I'm alright with that too. Because I don't want to fuck with no bitch ass nigga. So, in my lesson, baby, I am thriving in this shit. And I'm so thankful that it's no longer... It bit me. But it ain't fucking break me. And I'm so glad that each day it get a little better and a little better. So, I'm learning my place in the universe. You feel me? I'm learning my place. She said, bitch, get out your own way. You think you want this. You think this is what you want. You don't realize how much you gotta pour into this person just to try to get him to where the fuck you at. Because my human understanding said 13 years away from your family, nigga, 13 years away means that there should have been some type of mental elevation. Every gangster nigga that I know, and I know everybody ain't the same, so I'm not trying to put them in the same boat, but every gangster nigga that I know that did any type of time, whether it was a year or 2 years or 13 years or 10 years or whatever, when I have spoken to them, you know what they told me? And this is even my uncle. Shout out and happy belated birthday again to my Uncle Danny. But this is what he told me. Listen, when I was in jail and I was doing all that fucking time, I had time to sit my ass down and figure out what type of man I wanted to be, how I was going to affect the household, who I wanted to become as a man, because I already knew that I don't even want to come back to that shit. That wasn't the life for me. Yes, I did the crime. I did the time. I did the time. I ain't let that time do me. I did it. I came home and I ain't been back ever since. And that motherfucker helped me raise both my boys. So shout out to Uncle Danny for even his evolution. That nigga ain't been in jail in, okay, Ty's 27. So he ain't been in jail in 27, 28 years. Okay, so everybody situation is different, but I'm just looking at you like, so you ain't do that time, nigga, huh? You let that time do you, because 13 years separation means you should be cognizant somewhere in your mind of what you want and what you need and how to progress forward, because he already had the foundation laid out for him so that he could have some type of stability. All he had to do was do the necessary work, mentally, spiritually. He had to align himself. That's all he really had to do. I had to set up to where though that's all he had to do. I wasn't pressing the nigga or nothing like that. But maybe the elevation of our unit, and I'm talking about me and my kids, maybe that was the pressure. Maybe that was the pressure for that nigga. I don't know. But I do know I was in my own motherfucking way. I had to learn a lesson. I had to let that nigga go. Because I don't have no jurisdiction over that nigga life. Regardless of what I wanted. I couldn't take him with me. He wasn't supposed to go with me. And it's alright. It's alright. Because I learned many lessons. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad at the lessons that I did learn. I'm making my peace with him. I mean, shit, that's all I really could do at the end of the fucking day is make my peace at him. Peace with the lessons that I did learn. But I'm in a better space. I'm a better woman for it. You know what I'm saying? Because now there's so much that goes into my decision making. You feel me? About who I choose to give my energy, my time, and my resources to. I was so loyal. I was loyal to our history, but I wasn't being loyal to myself. I wasn't listening to the messages that the universe was giving me. I was dedicated to someone that wasn't dedicated to me. He Maybe he wasn't supposed to be. This is why we at where we at. Because that ain't who the universe had for me. So whoever the universe got for me, you know, eventually we'll get together. I'm still going through my healing process. So I'm at the point I don't even want to be around them. I don't want to be around no nigga right now. I want to be around me and get to know me and who I am now, because I'm changing. I'm evolving. This experience took me to another place. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm at. I'm evolving into the woman that I need to be for me. And so that I can continue to elevate my children so that they could be the men who they were supposed to be. So don't come at me with that bullshit about, oh, a woman can't raise a man. Get the fuck out of here. If you were lucky enough to have 2 parents in your household, God bless you. That's a beautiful thing. Okay? But it has been cultural for us, unfortunately, that a lot of our men have been raised by women. They have. It don't make them less of a man. It don't mean that they are not men. It don't. Do it lead to other things later on in life? Possibly. Certain traumas and everything? Possibly. But we all have traumas, whether we live in a 2-parent household or not. We don't stop living life because we one parent in a household. You don't stop raising men because your gender is not male. That shit don't go like that. It don't. Wake the fuck up. I done raised 2 boys into men. Ty is a whole grown man. A fly nigga at that. Boogie is en route. I got him. I got him. You're not taking nothing away from me or any single mother because we raised our boys into men. We did. We did. And that's just fucking that. So please stop coming at me like, oh, you know, he need a man in his life. He don't need, my boys don't need no motherfucking man if the nigga gonna be toxic. That's where the masculine portion of me come in at. I got them niggas. That's it, plain and simple. And you're not taking nothing from me for that. You can't. You don't have the power to. All right? So with that, I just wanted to share some of my lessons with y'all. Thank you for hearing me out. Know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for helping me out through this journey. I get inboxes, I get text messages, I get phone calls, and y'all really just don't know how much it means to me that you even take time out your day to check on me, because we all going through some shit at some point or another. Maybe you had time today. Thank you for giving me that time. I appreciate it, because you ain't even have to. Thank you for checking in on me. Know what I'm saying? Because it's such a nice surprise when I'm having a good day and when I'm not having a good day. For somebody to check in and be like, yo, you good? Oh, man, that shit make me feel like everything. And it changes my energy. It does. Because sometimes I'm just like, oh, this some bullshit. And somebody will check in with me and be like, you good? You know what? I'm not good, but I'm a little better because you done came through. Divine intervention. The universe spent you right at me for a physical check-in, and I appreciate that. So with that, I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to go and run my errands, and I will definitely, listen, I got a YouTube channel. This is all a part of the process, you feel me? I got a YouTube channel, so check that shit out too. Some days it's good, some days it's not good, but I'm going to pull through. I'm going to push through, and thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all my people. Y'all know that. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will get up again very, very soon.